Your writing skills are a reflection of your personal brand and reveal your digital identity. I'd like to offer you 4 steps to improving your professional writing skills. First, think about the medium you're using. Obviously, you can be more informative in text, and you have a character length limit in Twitter. But really, in email and blogs and most forms of written communication, there's no real need to abbreviate. So take the time to write professionally. Don't forget the basics. I is a proper noun, therefore it should be capitalized. Sentences should still start with capital letters and end in periods. And unless you have an application imposed character restriction, as in Twitter's 140 character tweet limit, please use the entire word. Use the right word. I'm going to review some of the most common word misusage errors. First of all, IT''S stands for it is. If you don't want to say it is, don't use IT''S. THERE refers to a location. THEIR is the plural of his or her. THEY''RE stands for they are, so use the appropriate word. Affect is a verb. Effect is a noun. Don't use the word effect unless you can substitute the word result. This will help you to always pick the right word. Sell is a verb. People and businesses sell something. Sale is a noun. Businesses have a sale. Sales is either the plural of sale, businesses have multiple sales, or it can be used as an adjective, as in sales revenue. THEN tells when. THAN compares one thing to another. TWO is an amount. Don't use TOO unless you can substitute the word also. The third and most common option is TO. YOU''RE means you are. Otherwise, use YOUR and don't use the character you. Don't use the words love or a lot. Try to use a more professional word like appreciate or many. Accept is a verb. It means to agree with or take responsibility, for example. Accept means everything but. So in addition to thinking about the medium you're using and not forgetting about the basics and using the right word, another thing that will really help you improve your writing skills is to understand basic sentence structure. I'd like to review the most common sentence structure issues. First of all, incomplete sentences. Many times people will just put down their thoughts, like features like portability. What do features like portability do? There's no verb. Or appear everywhere from computers to appliances. What appears everywhere from computers to appliances? There's no subject. So a sentence, to be a sentence, needs a subject and a verb. Features like portability are appearing everywhere from computers to appliances. One thing that will really help you is that if you read each sentence individually, in addition to just reading the whole paragraph. Another common mistake is run-on sentences. In the first example, Coke's brand competitors include Pepsi, comma, its product competitors include Mountain Dew. We actually have 2 complete sentences here, so you cannot join 2 complete sentences with a comma. This is a run-on sentence. There's 3 ways to fix this. One way to fix it would be to add a semicolon between the 2 sentences. This works especially well if the 2 sentences are very closely related, like they are here. Coke's brand competitors include Pepsi, semicolon. Its product competitors include Mountain Dew. Another way to do this would be to use a comma followed by a conjunction, like and. Coke's brand competitors include Pepsi, comma, and its product competitors include Mountain Dew. Another option is to just make it two complete sentences. Put a period and capitalize the first sentence, the first letter of the second sentence. Another very common sentence structure issue is not understanding the difference between a compound sentence and a compound subject or a compound verb. The most common error here occurs when there is a single subject and a compound verb, but not a compound sentence. Let's look at a compound sentence structure. There's a subject and a verb, followed by a comma, and then a conjunction like and, or but, followed by another subject and verb. Let's first look at our first example. The only subject here is the word or person Karen. Karen reads and evaluates our work and keeps track of our scores. Karen is the only subject, so the verb is compound. She reads and evaluates and keeps track of our scores. In a compound sentence, there are two subjects. Here our example has two subjects. They are Karen and Blackboard. Karen reads and evaluates our work, comma, conjunction, and Blackboard keeps track of our scores. So you really need to look at using that comma only when there's a compound sentence and then you have comma and the conjunction. Another very common writing error that deals with sentence structure is the use of the comma. You shouldn't use a comma unless you know why. Commas in a series, commas in a date, etc. A very common use of the comma that is needed is after an introductory dependent clause. Look here at the following sentence. Although the product you picked to analyze was excellent, comma, many of you describe the product versus the environment. The clause, although the product you picked to analyze was excellent, really is dependent upon the real sentence, which is many describe the product versus the environment. So that introductory clause needs to be set apart from the real sentence, especially if you're putting it at the beginning of the sentence. And we set it apart by following it with a comma. One way to test if this is truly an introductory dependent clause is to find out if you could move it to the end and not change the meaning of the sentence. In our example, many of you describe the product versus the environment. Although the product you picked to analyze was excellent, that makes perfect sense. And in fact, when you put it at the end, you don't need the comma. You just need the comma when you put it at the beginning to help differentiate the dependent clause from the real sentence, and that is, many of you describe the product versus the environment. I hope these simple tips for improving your writing skills will help you to build a stronger personal brand identity online. Employers are consistently looking for people who have good written communication, and so I encourage you to continue to grow in this area. Have a good day. Bye.